Now we are live.
Oh, we are live. Yay. Finally live on Substack. This is a
This is
new
this is the first.
venue for us. Yeah,
Yep.
this is like the first. And I think we've never been live together on any platform as
I mean,
such.
I have never been live ever, period.
But this is interesting. I think a new way to reach more of our audience who would love to read what we are writing. I think the only reason why um, Substack happened for me was because I was trying to explore more of long form writing, more of
Mhm.
storytelling than just writing chat GPT like captions on Instagram. And I just wanted to shift from that whole, fast consumption
The
space
speed,
because
yeah.
it just does not give you any, like the perspectives do not get built, you know? So that was my reason. Like I'm still very much on Instagram, not that I'm not there, but I wanted a place where I can be myself,
Hmm.
not just talk about business, not just give gyan, but also talk about stories, talk about what what makes me, or even exploring yourself, because I think it's always a journey, like the way you wrote, right? Like
Yeah.
I think yesterday or day before
Yesterday, I
yesterday I
think.
wrote your, yeah,
Mhm.
article, and it was more about um and I love the premise because you talked about how at that point of time you had no guarantees and you could still pack your bags, leave the job,
Yeah.
and move forward wherever your heart was asking you to go.
Into the magical unknown.
And then today, like exactly 10 years later, you are like, I'm still wondering, I'm still trying to figure this out. Why do you think, what changed like 10 years later? Why do you think you need to know? I mean, you could just be you who was there 10 years back.
Hmm.
What is a sudden urge to know where you're going?
I feel like there is still a little bit of that old me, and probably that's true for you as well. That it's there. It's there somewhere, like hidden in some corner inside me. But I feel like just as you grow in life, and in the last like couple of months, I've been thinking of what does all of this mean, right? And I feel like that's one of the reasons I've started writing on Substack after like years and years of contemplating writing as a thing to do. Um, I feel like what inspired that particular post yesterday was just where I am at in life currently, right? And maybe people may or may not relate to that, but after like being in the unknown for a very long time, you sometimes crave that certainty and you want to give yourself some answers. But also, the weird part about that is as soon as you do give yourself those answers, you're like, maybe I should, just stay in the unknown for a little bit. It's a bit more exciting. Um, but as you grow, as you age, I guess, for the lack of a better word, you want to ground yourself, you want to know where you're headed, and maybe in like a 10-20 years scale you will probably not know what like 2045 is going to look for you, but just knowing what maybe 2027 or 2028 is going to look for you is like a solid enough ground sometimes to land on. um
I think, Vishakha, also this is the season, like when I'm sitting in front of my clients also, what happens during November, December, January, February is there's this sudden urge to, really shed your skin
yep, yeah,
and
I guess that's a
really
beautiful way of
think
putting
about,
it.
yeah, really think about what is that next pattern that's coming up for me. How will my skin look after shedding it? But the whole idea behind shedding it is a lot of disintegration that's happening. A lot of identity shifts are happening. And the point that we are not ready for that intensity of disintegration, because maybe we have not put ourselves into that very spot
Yeah, it's
earlier in
scary,
life.
right? Like
Yeah,
it
it is
gives you the
scary.
goosebumps.
It's scary. Yeah, and if you have been living towards the edge, scary means exciting also for a lot of
Yep,
people.
yep.
Yeah. So, and I think there's a lot of familiarity also, right? Like long form essays. That's what we have been writing since school. I mean,
I
we
know.
used to love writing. Uh,
And
but
reading, like just reading each other's pieces or anything that you came across. And I
yeah,
think at that
yeah. And
time, obviously internet was not like this
Yeah, exactly.
integral a
Exactly.
part of
I
our
think
life. So
the thing is with any new technology that's coming up, there's this 2 year period, that warm up that everybody needs.
true.
They get really excited, and then they bombard it with so much that the quality immediately decreases, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
realize, okay, it was not about the what I have realized is that it is not so much about the technology than this urge to always have the answers or the
Hmm.
shortcuts in our hand, because of course life is so, it's moving at such a fast pace, but we forget that the beautiful things happen slowly.
Yeah.
I think no technology, I still feel, and I have been through that process. So I know for a fact that no technology can ever be greater than a baby being born, like a baby being
Hmm.
developed and a baby being born. The kind of timeline it takes, the kind of, uh, it takes everything from you and gives you back so much that I think writing is also like that.
Hmm. It's like your baby.
It just,
You
yeah,
nurture it, you let
it
it
takes
grow when it
so
does.
much. Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes so much, because you look at Instagram, washed down, like
Hmm.
watered down caption, like you can't feel it.
Yeah,
It
there's
the
not much depth really, and I think
Yeah,
that is one of the issues I have with that platform currently. And then I've been off of Instagram for a few months now, and it's like seeing the type of content on Substack here is pretty refreshing, right? Like you
yeah,
give yourself even the time to consider a piece of writing, and then you sit with it, you think through it, and then you maybe get inspired and write about things that may be going on in your life. So right now I'm like still trying to find my voice and find where I want to position the kind of stories I
yeah.
tell, but
I think
it's like
yeah,
kind of running
huh.
in different directions right now, but
Yeah.
I guess
I
that's
think
the
for you
journey,
it's a
right?
little bit more different. Yeah,
Mm.
because the thing is, when I sit with my clients, I get that space, I get that
Mm-hmm.
1.5 hours of space with them
Yeah,
to go through whatever's going on in their life. So the connection is still being built.
right.
Maybe that's the reason why I've been on Instagram also. That's not been a problem, because they know who am I apart
Mm-hmm.
from the screen that they are looking at. For you, it's a completely different case altogether. I mean, if I have to ask anyone, like, not that I'm very famous in any social circle of mine. I keep coming, going, coming, going. But nobody would be able to tell exactly if, say, for example, if they know you as a journalist, or if they know you as a writer, or if they know you as a storyteller, or if they know you as someone who documents life so much. What exactly is your niche? And niche does not mean that there is a particular topic that you need to be an
Hmm.
expert in.
Hmm.
Niche just means what attracts you. What do you like that makes up most of your work? I think I've come up with this definition for the first time after struggling with it for so many years. But I think this is what niche is. What
Hmm.
makes you up, you
Yeah,
know? So
the
if you were
culmination
to
of all the
define,
things.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, if you have to define for someone that, hey, come follow me, come follow my journey, come follow my stories, why should someone follow you? What would they see in your work that will touch their heart? Because, Tales, I think it's Tales of Life,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Your channel name. What is it about? What is that one tale that
Hmm.
you would want people to, carry forward from your page, or really think, go through and feel it, and just, yeah, over to you.
No, that's a very interesting sort of thought and question that you just you know threw my way. I feel like somewhere in some of my writing, in some description of what Tales of Life is, and this was like a couple of years ago, right? When I just first thought of this thing and didn't really move much with it. Like I was moving somewhere in my head, but not really with my following it up with actions. But I remember writing this thing somewhere that Tales of Life is basically an everyday journey. So anybody we meet, everybody has a tale, right? Like we are all made up of little tales that come together and make us, right? What you were saying, what's your niche? So your niche is basically a collection of all the tales and experiences that make you who you are right now in this moment. So I feel like that was that has been sort of my understanding of life and people, and folks that I meet in my life, and just friends like you who I've known since like we're study buddies at this point. So basically, to put it very simply, just everyday life, everyday people, and what makes them, right? Like, because I believe everybody is special in their own way, and their stories are unique. Your story is not going to match mine. Mine is not going to match the third person I meet, right? Everybody has a different story to tell, and I think all of that is worth capturing if people are willing to share, right? And it doesn't need to be like a big production or a big deal where you go and set up a camera and do all of these questionnaires and stuff like that. It could just be like a little conversation you had in a public bus at some point, when you're going by groceries or something, right? Like it could just be that one person whose name you don't know who's just having like a good day or a bad day, and it's just there to share something with you, and that can sometimes become a story, and that's that
And that
with
is a story,
every day.
that
Yeah.
is, that journey is a story. And I'll tell you what I like about the documentations that you do. Of course, the everyday emotion is getting captured. Also, what strikes out for me is you do not go for anything that is extremely sophisticated. You go for
Mm,
what's real
mm,
in front of you. If you are, say, on a train journey and you're capturing the stations and people, the hawkers, what you bought, uh, I think if you have that purity in your heart, you can actually look into the eyes of the person and really understand the entire journey that the person might have gone through. And capturing that with your lens, I think I've always admired you for that, because it
no.
not everybody can do that. Even we click pictures. Like everyone has iPhone in their hands right now. They do picture quality is like chumedar. But uske piche ka, like the what is that emotion behind it? What are you really trying to capture? I think you do it beautifully, and especially all your wherever. The best thing is you do not do to perform. People on social media are here to perform. Like everything is a performance, because obviously we have been conditioned
That it
that way.
is. Yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
like this, otherwise people won't like it. Do it like this, otherwise your this person will not like it. Everything is so performative.
Yeah.
Our whole conditioning is such. But when it's you and your lens, there is absolutely no performance. There's just life, and then there's documentation of life. That's it.
That means
I
so much.
think,
Like you're saying that
yeah.
in such a beautiful way. It just means
Yeah,
so
I think
much
more
to
people
me.
need more. I think you just the other day I saw a post wherein you were just talking about a routine in a very small note, and you had just taken a video of clothes swirling around in a washing machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's life.
I know,
we
right? That's your
actually
everyday. Like, and
so many.
everybody goes
Yeah,
through those
we
moments.
actually we actually go back and start thinking and reflecting upon so much if we are sitting right, and then there's a circle, there's a loop of thought that's going on, and then you're mirroring that washing machine.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
so happens most of the times that we don't realize that this is the mundane, and mundane is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Like that's
And
what you're reaching for, right? At some point in your life. That's
yeah,
all.
but not everybody has the crazy guts to capture and then publish it also, right? I
Mhm.
think you give yourself very less credit for that.
Thank you. I feel like though you do have the crazy guts to put yourself out there, and that's just the most inspiring part I feel about you.
Yeah,
I've
I
known
think
you for years
everybody
now,
has.
and I think we are like very similar in many ways, but that's where we are very different too. Like I get very scared very easily in putting myself out there, and just the courage that you have of putting yourself out there. Like if you think of an idea, you put it out there. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're not really scared. And maybe you are, right? Like in your heart of hearts, you are like
Yeah,
really shivering. You're like, oh my God, I don't want to say this.
yeah, I
But
still
you still
feel that
have, you
chill.
fight through it.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's just one of the most admirable qualities
thanks.
about you. And just something that so many people can learn from, right?
Thank
I
you.
know I have been trying to sort of absorb
No, but I
that
think
energy
I think
eventually.
that's why while we start our journey together and while we are so different in putting so many things differently, I think that's where this sort of community can actually help not only us but others as well. I mean, I
Yeah.
know so many people who have recently started following me, and let me tell you one thing, on Instagram, if you go live,
Mm-hmm.
people come, people go. The attention span is so less.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right from right when we have started, there are five people,
So
and you
stuck
won't
around.
believe there
Yeah.
are now there's a sixth one, and who have stayed for our entire conversation. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that even they realize how important it is to actually get raw, to actually meet new people, to
Mm-hmm.
listen to their stories, to listen to what's stopping them, because all of us have so many stories to
There's just
share.
so
And
much. It's just like
uh,
sitting inside us, and a lot of like that frustration, a lot of that, boxed in feeling kind of comes from that. And I'm not saying that everybody has to go out there and publish things, yet, whatever, right? But just
yeah, you can just
being in the
join. And
space, and yeah,
exactly. You can just join a community. And so I'll tell you where this or first of all, thank you so much, each one of you
yeah,
who's watching
really.
this live,
Thank you
who's
so much.
taken out time to listen to our conversation, because we never thought that it would ever be worth it.
I know,
We
like
were
we're just a
always
couple of
asked to go.
nobodies just
Yeah, we could always
catching
shoot
up.
away when we used to start talking, because they knew that we just look at each other and then we like go bang it. But thank you so much for listening in.
Yeah.
And where this idea came from was that we really wanted to start writing. We really wanted to put our thoughts across. We really wanted to support each other's work, because if we don't support each other's work, who will, right?
Who will?
So we wanted to do that, and we thought, okay, let's go live. Let's announce to the world this is what we are really committed to in not just 2026, but as a lifestyle, to put our thoughts out, to to connect with fellow storytellers, fellow writers, fellow people who think, people who want to share their
Yeah.
thoughts, who want to tell stories. And then we thought, okay, let's keep aside 1 hour every single week, so that we can just take our time to go through what's
Just
happening,
settle down
what
a
do we
little
want
bit.
to write.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cull out
Live in the
some
moment.
thinking time and conversing time, because even as best friends, we go months without talking to each
Yep.
other. And
And
the
it's so
best part is
impossible
we are
for
still
sometimes when you tell people, they're
yeah,
like, oh, really? Yeah, that's just
yeah,
life, right?
yeah,
Like life happening.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a kind of understanding that we have, that even after not talking for months, the moment we meet, we
Yeah, you
start.
you pick up where you
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But we just wanted to come back to connecting more. I think connection is something everybody lacks. I mean, uh
And it's
can't connect
fading,
more.
right? Like that's the
Yeah,
whole this whole
yeah,
social media world that we live in. That's like at the
exactly,
base of it,
exactly.
I feel like what's really driving it is that need to connect, to find somebody
Yeah.
you can talk to.
So we wanted to start connecting with each other, and we thought that, okay, we are also starting Substack together. I mean, I have written one-off pieces. I think 4 5 pieces in the last 1.5 years, but that's no way of being regular, right?
Right.
So to get more regularity into it and also build connection, we thought that, okay, let's connect for 1 hour. You do whatever you want to do. I'll do whatever I want to do. Or if we are very serious about Substack, let's just start writing together.
Yeah.
Let's just start
Yeah.
bouncing off
Because it's
ideas.
it's a muscle memory, right,
Yeah,
that we need to develop, and that's
yeah,
what we've been lacking in the last so
exactly.
many years
Yeah.
of wanting to do something like this.
Yeah, and that's what we thought. Ki, okay, let's go, let's introduce ourselves, and maybe if people are interested, we can do like a Zoom power hour kind of a
Yeah.
thing, wherein we can all come together and introduce ourselves, build a very tight knit community, review each other's work, give ideas, bounce off ideas, and grow together.
Yeah.
So basically that's the idea. And no, there's absolutely no fee to it. It's just
It
writers
is, yeah, it's just,
coming together,
yeah, basically
just
the need
building
to sort of
connections.
connect and
Yeah,
create a community of sorts, if
exactly.
ever it happens that way, which we hope it does.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
kind of just like a, safe space where everybody could just come
yeah,
watch us
safe
write
space.
and like see how we sort of talk about things and join us and throw in ideas. And if in the process that supports somebody to, you know, sort of embrace their creativity, to embrace that writing, or just like sitting silently, anything
Yeah.
basically. That's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
the kind of
you can even switch
space.
off your camera and just be
Yeah,
there. Like, just be there.
whatever feels
Just listen.
normal
Yeah,
or natural, you know.
exactly. So what we'll shortly do is we'll roll out like a Google form also, wherein we'll reach out to each one of you if you are interested after you put in your email ID, and basis what suits everyone, we can create a Zoom link and we share with each other and then we just join. I mean, you can find both of us there for sure. There are two people definitely going in for this, but if you're interested, most welcome.
Yeah.
I think we are gonna have a ball. I think
I think so too.
uh
Yeah, because it's
yeah,
not too much of a time commitment. It's just a pause
exactly.
basically in your day, in a
Yeah, I mean,
weekend pattern.
and the only probably the additional thing would be that because I believe so much in visualization and EFT, maybe I'll take you through that sort of a
Yeah,
journey.
yeah. I would
Uh,
love that personally because I
yeah,
too am a visual learner, and to have something like tactile to see and even like maybe copy on my notebook, that would be amazing to have.
yeah, and more so because you need that mindset also to
Yeah.
actually begin. So maybe visualizations to tap into your creative side, visualizations to envision some big magic happening in your life. I think that
Maybe you
just
can just like
gives you
tell
that.
me all about it because I'm very kacha on that note. Like I do things, but to have some of that structure, that would be really, really helpful.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, I think we can do that. So uh, definitely this is something which I think I'm very excited about. So we both are definitely going to be doing it, and we would love if you would also want to join if it suits your schedule. If this is if you have been yearning for a space to really just be, even just be. That's why I told you that you can just switch off your camera and just be there and just listen.
Yeah.
That's about it. So this is what we wanted to talk about and also introduce ourselves. So we'll just quickly introduce ourselves
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
talking
We
so
never did
much.
that, did we? It's just so funny.
Yeah.
We look at our faces and
Yeah.
start yapping.
So yeah, Vishakha, you can go first.
Oh my God. You keep throwing me under the bus, aren't you? No, but hey, everyone. I'm Vishakha. I am a video producer. I work mainly in the nonfiction side of things, so documentaries and medium to long form news documentaries that you see maybe on YouTube. And I try to live in the medium to long space. Like as we've been talking all throughout this time, I'm not very comfortable making like shorter content, but that's something I'm trying out now with YouTube Shorts and such. But yeah, my goal this year and in a couple of years to come is to sort of give myself, give a lot more of me into video production and documentary filmmaking and sort of explore that world. And I've been engaged with it for pretty much like a decade now, through different projects and client work and bunch of freelancing. But I never had that sort of I had the want to do it, but not the clarity and the willingness to really take action to create content of my own. But that's something that I've set myself up for. That's my challenge to myself, and hopefully like through this process as we continue to meet every week, you will probably see that journey progress. How about you, Shreya?
Yeah. I mean, amazing. I've been behind this girl for a very long time because I love the way she shoots and puts things out, like in close circle she shares, but not ever online. So I think this would be a great courageous thing for her to actually step into. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how that journey, the whole journey unravels itself. And I am glad that I'm going to be a part of it. So that's a big thing. Okay, so hello everyone. I am Shreya Thakur and I am primarily a storyteller as well as an identity and business mentor. I am trained in intergenerational and childhood trauma resolution, RECBT plus EFT, as well as human design, and I blend everything together to actually make sure that when somebody is my internet unstable?
It's
Am I
showing up
audible?
as a message, but you are audible for now.
Okay, okay. So when I coach, I coach people on their mental fitness, emotional resilience, as well as how to build a business out of their own purpose so that they can feel alive each day when they wake up. So that's the whole purpose. That's where I was 5 years back. And after achieving so much in such a short span of time, I really feel that uh, these come together as a beautiful beautiful threads that actually can become life changing for someone. So that's what I'm here to do. And yes, I love writing poems, stories, exploring thoughts. So I think Substack is going to be like a great medium for me to also give into that, like really explore that medium well.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how you grow here and also just, all the things that you do, how that evolves into in the, following years. So I'm really excited. I'm happy to be a part of it,
Thank you.
really.
Thank you.
Right.
And yes, so I think that's about it from our side today.
For this week,
And we
yeah.
we would try to also go live in terms of whatever notes we publish or whatever new things we are discovering. We'll just try to come and talk. And if you loved our conversations, we would just keep doing it. So do let us know
Yeah.
once we
We would
share the
love to
live
hear your
over
thoughts.
here.
What
Yeah,
resonated, what did not, anything, good,
yeah.
bad, ugly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And I think the only thing that we are doing, trying to be more, is courageous. To each its own. So courageous in our own ways, but yeah, moving beyond our own limitations, limiting beliefs that have been stopping us, or anything that has been hampering this set of goals that we wanted to achieve. And we're really excited to be doing it with all of you on Substack. So yes, we're very excited. And yeah, that's it from me. Vishakha, do you want to add something?
I guess you said it really, really well. I mean, I'm just looking forward to what we create in the coming weeks, and I hope that we are able to bring in a community of people who want to just pause and take some time out and just be there in the moment, right? Do whatever it is that they want, and just sort of explore our own minds a little bit together, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited about what
Yeah, yeah.
we
Get
do
ready to
together.
do a lot of visualizations. Get ready to
Yeah,
do a lot of EFTs. Get ready for a lot of prompts also, which will help you write some beautiful stories that you thought that you could never. So that's
never
from
right.
my side.
Yeah.
And I'm sure from Vishakha's side, we'll get to understand a lot about how visually we can bring a lot of quality to our pictures, our videos. So we'll try to also share our skills. We'll also
Yeah,
try to,
yeah. We will integrate a
uh,
lot of our experience.
ensure that we
Sure.
grow together. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And if you are someone who is willing to share their skills, also more than welcome. This
Yeah.
is going to be your community as much as it is going to be ours. Great. So I
All
think that's
right.
it for today. Have a great day slash night from whichever area of the world you are tuning in. Thank you so much. And we will see you very soon inside the community, inside the Zoom Power Hour. And do reach out to me if you don't see a link to the Google Sheet. We'll shortly create it, maybe tomorrow, and we will
And
share it
send it
on our
out. Yeah.
Substack notes. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank
And
you.
8 people right when we are going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. We're
Thank you
really
so much,
excited.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for joining and
Yeah.
spending all this time with us, listening to us.
Yes. 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 We value you. We value each one of you so very much. Thank you.
Thank
And
you,
bye
and see you
bye.
next
Bye,
week.
Vishaka.
Bye. Bye.
See you. Bye.